Log Periodic is a service for recording information about program runs, such as cron jobs, build farm compiles, business intelligence reports, and just about anything else. You can monitor this information in real time or refer to it later on when you need it. Let's see how it works. After signing up and logging in, you'll be shown a dashboard where you can view your account information, change your password, and so on. The first step to using Log Periodic is to create an environment. An environment is kind of like a container or a namespace for a group of log messages. Let's create a new environment named Demo. Next, we'll need to acquire an API key for this environment. An API key will allow us to add data to this environment from external sources, such as the command line. Let's create a new API key inside the demo environment called Testing. If we click on the API key, we can see more information about the key, including a sample config. This is a snippet of a config file for the logp command line utility. Let's copy this config. Later on, we'll paste it into a config file. In our documentation, you'll find instructions for how to install the logp utility. I'll select the instructions for an RPM-based system such as Amazon Linux. Next, I'll SSH into a fresh Amazon Linux installation. I'll simply run the installation command from the docs. Now I'll add the config we copied into the .logp.conf file. After this is done, let's run logp ping just to make sure everything is working. Looks good. Now that logp is installed and configured, we're ready to start capturing log information. The easiest way to do that is to wrap your commands in logp run. As a simple demo, let's wrap a sleep command. While this is running, let's return to the website and visit the Timeline browser. Here we can see the command that we just ran, represented as a blue bar. The timeline is a linear display of your jobs over time. On the right, represented by the pink square, is the future. The timeline can be zoomed in or out to change the portion of time that is being displayed. The context window on the bottom can be altered by pressing the buttons on the left. Here we're looking at 12 hours. You can look at 2 days, or zoom right into 1 minute. Clicking on the job displays more information. Here we can see the command that was executed, how long it's been running, the user that ran it, and the host that it was run from. Let's kill our sleep job with Control-C and see what effect it has on the Timeline browser. We immediately see that it has been killed by its change in color. Furthermore, in the details section we see the reason why. It received an interrupt signal. As another example, I've set up a few cron jobs on some machines and have let them run overnight. You can see the runs spaced at regular intervals, which indicates a kind of periodic scheduling. First of all, notice there's a short cron job that runs every minute. I've made it so it fails randomly. You can see the failing runs indicated by their yellow color. Notice the exit code is non-zero. There's also a longer cron job running on the same server. Let's color the jobs by server so we can observe which jobs are running where. Here it becomes apparent that there is a separate job running on a host named Quasar. Also notice that the job running on Quasar is a Python script, whereas the others are Perl. We can highlight that by command type also. If you have a lot of jobs and prefer to filter out the ones you're interested in, you can use the filter bars at the top left. For example, let's view just the Python jobs. Similarly, we can view just the jobs run by the user EC2 user. Notice that we don't need to specify the entire username. A substring will search effectively as well. So there you have it. The timeline browser is a great way to get a handle on what your system is doing currently in real time, or for exploring long-term trends, investigating issues, capacity planning, and more. In addition to adding data, the logp command can also show what jobs are currently running with the logp ps command. By default, it works similar to the Unix ps command, although of course it's not limited to displaying processes run on your local host. Instead, it displays processes run on the configured logperiodic environment, no matter what user or server ran them. Let's run a sleep process with logp run. Now let's try to see it with the logp ps command. And there it is, along with one of the cron jobs currently running. If you pass the -F switch to logp ps, you can follow the jobs being run in real time, similar to the timeline browser. Let's try that now. Here we can see the sleep command that was run in the other window. And let's come back in a few minutes and see how the cron jobs look in this display. Notice that we can see when all the jobs are run, where, and by which user. Also, we can see whether they succeeded or failed, and we have a good idea about their concurrency and ordering dependencies for situations where that is important. Visit our website, logperiodic.com, to try out logperiodic on your own systems. And we've got a lot more planned, so be sure to subscribe to our mailing list or follow our blog for updates. Thank you for watching.